Hey, what's up, everybody? I was strolling around on my local Craigslist yesterday morning and found something that caught my eye. You see what I see in the grill, 454. So I text the guy and ask him about it, and he says, yeah, it's not a 454, it's a 350 truck. Which, whatever. That's a bummer. As I always look for them big block trucks, or big blocks in general. 454 is such a great engine. But this truck has actually got a 350 Chevy. It's a 78 Chevy K5 Blazer. It's got the original 354 barrel in it. So it was a good price. So I told him, I was the second person to call. I told him if the other guy doesn't come through, I'll take it. So I really just bought this thing, and you see it's down here at my work, the graveyard. The Olds is over there, the little Ford. I had that Ford cranking over. I'm gonna do a will it run video on that Ford. But it's a shame. My dad had one of these when I was younger, and I took it all kinds of places it should not have been. Baseball fields, baseball diamonds behind my high school. Jump stuff with it. A lot of stuff I shouldn't have done, but I've always liked these K5 Blazers. But this one, we'll do a small little walk around. This one is toast. I mean, it's absolutely toast, but I want the engine out of it. I know we're living in a LS world, and they're great. They really are. The LS engines are great, but I like that old school engine. This has probably got that 010 to 397010. I think is a casting number. I've had so many of them, but I just want that engine. It should be a 4-bolt main. It's the original motor, but you could see, I mean, this thing's toast. It was probably pretty sweet when it was brand new. It even had the sliding windows with the little duckies, the swans. But look at the gappage. As it goes down, the gap gets wider, and the door striker in there it's too far apart. But it's all original, but it's shot. I put the strap on it earlier and it fell right through the floor. Me and the guy was dying laughing. But come power windows, power locks, tilt, cruise, air. But it's gonna be a good parts car for somebody. Me and my friend was talking about it, and we was thinking for a second it'd be cool to try to rebuild it, but because he did a lot of riding with me and my dad's Blazer back then. Still got the original tire with the cover and everything, and this one's weird. It's got like sliding windows. I guess you slide them back and the front ones will turn into a wing window or something. But it's got, get past that, it's got like 120,000 on it. But anybody from the Northeast knows, I mean, you're gonna encounter rust. And you see all this is missing, the rocker, the floor. That's really contributing to the body not lining up no more. And you can even see once it gets up to the top, see how the gap gets real wild. But when was the last time you seen some old wagon wheels? I mean, this thing is 100% bone stock. And like I said, nothing else, I'm gonna pull that motor out. Because a 354 bolt main, whether it's standard bore or 30 over with a set of camel hump heads, would be right at home in one of my tri-fis. It's just a shame because these things are extremely desirable, and they're really, really cool cars, or trucks actually. But look at the expandable foam. Somebody's hot dogged it out one time before in its life. It's probably pretty sweet when they redid it because it's got pinstriping and stuff. But lots and lots of rust. But what I'm actually going to try to do with this video real quick I don't know nothing about this engine in here. And I'm gonna see if it'll start real quick. Do a little will it run. There's all the options. Sucker had a lot of options. Ton of options. It was black with a red interior. Where's the engine? Yeah, 354 barrel. Yeah, this would have been a cool one. And it's still got a lot of parts if you could find a good solid body. And it's unfortunate because 1978 was the year I was born. So I always kind of look at the cars from that year. But I'm going to set you guys up and I'm going to try to jump it with my pickup truck. And we're going to hit it with some starting fluid and see what happens. So give me a second. Let me get this set up first. And then I'll set up the jumper cables and we'll see if we can get this hot dog to fire up. Okay, that should be good. Check it out. I'm gonna show you guys under the hood. This thing's been sitting for probably about 20 years, so we'll see what happens. All the insulation's falling down. I guess it was a guy's uncle's truck and he died and he got it from the estate. But you can see, I mean, something's been living in here. I'm just more or less killing time. Let that battery figure out what it's going to do. I'm trying to make sure all the spark plugs are on it because we got a spare one right here. But look at all the crap down in there. This thing's been sitting for a while. But yeah, let's just double check and make sure we got all them spark plug wires on there. Looks like that one's a different one, so maybe that one was the one that was giving him problems. And let's see if we can check the oil back here. He said he didn't know nothing about it, but he also said they drove it to where it was sitting. See that? Trying to get you a better picture. That oil looks decent. I mean, it's dirty, but it doesn't look like there's really anything shining in it. If you see stuff shining in it, that's not a good thing. Parts of your motor, but it's full on oil, so move this out of the way. Just sit it over there, and I'm just going to hit it with a little of the old-fashioned starting fluid just to see if it'll fire up. So let's see what happens. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Well, there you go. Not bad. It only ran for a split second, but that's good. So it does run. I guess tomorrow or the next couple days I'll try to get some of this garbage out of here. I mean, it's just layered with stuff all through there. I'll try to get some of this garbage out of here and run a fuel line to it. Fresh fuel line coming off the fuel pump. See the fuel pump right there? I'll put hell, that's still got the original jack and everything. This thing is 100% original. It's crazy. But I'll get me a fuel line, a rubber fuel line, and I'll just set the gas can up here or something and see what's down there. Yeah, there's still something down there floating around. Them are all adding up to be real good things. I mean, I'm not expecting to get this engine out and just be ready to drop it in another thing. I'll probably have it freshened up and dig up some camel hump heads for it or something like that. But that is a really good thing that it started up. Let's see what the fluid looks like on the tranny. Yeah, it's got a little bit of color to it. Yeah, I'll yard drive this thing if it'll start up. I'll drive it around down here. Well, there you guys go. Take this stuff off so my truck's not sitting there charging all night for no reason. But there you guys go. 1978 K5 Blazer. Rougher than a stucco bathtub. But this son of a gun fired right up like it was ready to go. And my little disclaimer is, I know everybody loves the LS motors, and how can you not? But you guys, probably a lot of you guys do know, just from your own experiences in life, I have had so many Chevy 350 engines. So it's just like, it's like if you've been away from home for a long time and then you go back to where you grew up and you're going down that road you've went up so many times. It just feels like home to me. So when this popped up, yeah, I was definitely thinking about that. But it was cheap, so I had to have it. But it fired up, so that's a good thing. Well, there's my first will it run, and it did run. Thanks everybody for sticking around. I know this is not your average Don's Hot Rod Garage Nomad video or something like that, and believe me, there's still plenty more of them. This is just something that crossed my path, and I figured I'd do a small little video on it. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys on the next video.